Welcome to this ICF Slalom podcast episode, part of the series running until the Los Angeles 2028 Olympic Games. We bring you the inside stories from around the globe from the people who make canoe slalom so special. Here's your host, John Gregory.
A warm welcome to our episodes covering the 2025 International Canoe Slalom and Kayak Cross season. Thanks for joining me. The beautiful Soča River hosted the European Junior and Under-23 Championships in Solkan, another natural river venue. Today I have contributions from Alina Hocevar from Slovenia, Elouan Debliquy from France, Karolina Abrahamova from Slovakia, and Simona from Spain. Alina was also on our last episode after winning the ICF Under-23 Worlds. She's becoming a regular. As you will hear, I invited Elouan, Karolina and Anna to introduce themselves. Similar to the recent Junior and Under-23 Worlds in Foix, these European Championships comprise team races, individual slalom, kayak cross individual and kayak cross head-to-head. A quick analysis of the results in the Under-23 medal table. For individual classes, France topped the medal table ahead of Slovenia and Czechia. France also achieved an amazing 1-2-3 podium sweep in the Under-23 C1 men. Spain topped the medal table in the junior individual classes ahead of Slovakia and Germany. I also looked to see how the junior Under-23 results at Europeans compared to the Worlds a month before. At the ICF Junior Worlds in Foix, there were no medals from outside Europe, while at Under-23, 4 medals, won by 3 athletes from outside Europe. I started today with Olympian Alina Hocevar from Slovenia, new Under-23 European champion in both K1 women and C1 women. She also took bronze in kayak cross individual time trial and silver in kayak cross head-to-head. First, congratulations on an amazing European Under-23 race weekend. Describe why the Soča River and Solkan are so special.
Thank you for the congratulations. Yes, I agree that my last Under-23 championship couldn't have gone any better. And I'm really happy it happened in my home country, Slovenia, on a really beautiful river Soča. Solkan is truly a unique course, especially because of this incredible color of the Soča River. Especially when the weather is nice, the river turns a stunning shade of turquoise, and it's also very cold and clear, which makes it perfect for cooling down after training or racing, or also for tourists. I think some of the most beautiful parts of the river are actually further upstream in the Bovec and Kobarid. Up there, the river is rockier and much wilder, which is why it's favorite spot of many kayakers and also tourists. Honestly, it's my favorite river to paddle on. I feel every time when I'm there, I feel delighted to be there and I enjoy so much. And the course in Solkan itself, it's a bit less wild, which makes it ideal for learning how to kayak. I've been paddling there since my very first strokes. I started when I was 8 years old, and every year since then we were coming back to train and race here in Solkan, and I have many unforgettable experiences from here. I have to say I truly enjoy every single race I do here. To do well, I think you really have to show strong physical power, but also good technique, and both together can give you a good result. I think you need to move the boat forward really efficiently and also have quick and clean turns. So the racing style here in Solkan is maybe a little bit different compared to artificial courses, but that's exactly what makes it so interesting and challenging as well.
Amazing. It's still on my bucket list of places to paddle and visit. So let's talk through your races at the European Under-23 Championship.
This year's European Championships for Under-23, for me, it was truly unforgettable. To be honest, I wasn't 100% ready going into the event because it's been a really long season for me. And it was not my the most important race. But once the competition started, I found my rhythm again. I was focused and I was feeling good, and I really wanted to show my best runs. I knew that I can do it really well. So I was quite nervous, especially because I knew I was one of the favorites for the win. I had both in C1 and K1 beep number one, so I felt like a favorite, and this gave me a lot of pressure. So the toughest moment for me was definitely the kayak semi-final run, because the girls before me, they did really well. They were all very, very close, and there were absolutely no room for big mistakes. And I felt really nervous on the start because I knew that I need to deliver a really good run. So I felt a huge sense of relief when I made it to the final. And then in the final, I managed to relax and put down a really strong run. I was really proud of it. And yeah, even I was a bit surprised by my time. The next day in Canoe, I felt even more confident and composed. I don't know why, but in Solkan, I feel better in C1 in Canoe as in K1. That then showed in the results as well, because I won all 3 runs. So after winning qualis and semifinals in C1, I felt really nervous before finals, but I knew that if I could improve on my semi-final run, it could be enough for the win. And when I started, I felt really good, and things really went just as I planned. I was happy when I crossed the finish line, because I knew that I did better in semifinals and that this is enough for the win. So I didn't even check the screen. I just screamed loudly, and I was like, yes, I won. And this was the best moment on the championships for me. It felt really unreal to win K1 and C1, to have both titles. And then the next day, it was kayak cross day, and I was already running low on energy and focus. I didn't dare to expect much, because I honestly didn't think I had enough left to push to my maximum. That's why I still can't believe I managed to get 2 more medals. Already my individual time trail run was pretty good, and I was absolutely thrilled to take home this bronze medal. And then it was time for fight for kayak cross heats, and I tried to be focused and ready for fighting. I gave it everything, for sure, like everything I had in every round, and I'm really proud I made it to the final. I did get a bit lucky there in the final, I'll admit, but yes, in the end, this was enough for one more medal, and I managed to win the 4th and final possible individual medal, and I felt it felt unreal, and it was really good. So yeah, it was all just crazy in the best way possible.
Your impressive start to the 2025 season at both under 23 and senior level must be giving you added motivation.
So far, this year's season has definitely been the best season of my career. It really confirms that I'm in great shape right now. I've already won 8 medals this year, 6 at under 23 championships and 2 in the World Cups, and I also finished twice 4th. So yeah, I'm happy to see that I'm making progress from season to season, and that all the hard work I've put in is paying off. It gives me even more motivation and energy for training. So I'm really looking forward to the upcoming 2 World Cups in Tacen and Augsburg, and of course for the World Championships in Australia. So I hope I will be in even better shape by then.
That was Alina Hocevar, winner of the European Under-23 K1 Women and C1 Women. She spoke to us from a training camp in Bratislava, Slovakia. Next, I chatted with Elouan Debliquy, the new Under-23 European C1 Men champion. I invited him to tell us more about himself.
Hello everyone, thanks to invite me on this podcast. My name is Elouan Debliquy. I live in France. I train myself in a little course at the west of France called Cesson-Sévigné. And most of the time I train with my partner Martin Cornu and Mewen Debliquy. I think I spend a lot of time with them on the year. And my coach is Gena Marquet.
You also raced in both C1 and K1. Explain how that went for you.
Yeah, I think I did a great job in C1 qualification. I was the course design was not very hard, so I tried to be focused on my line, not give it all on the first race, but really be on my intensity. And I finished third, so it was a good start of the championships, even if I was a little bit long under Kraterville, who won the race 3 seconds. It's quite a lot. The semi was a little bit more difficult because I did a quite bad course in the K1 semi, so I had to really to gain trust on myself. So yeah, I will say the semi was the most stressful race of the championships. I did the job because I finished 6 or 7, I don't remember, but it was not my best speed on my best line. But the most important things was that I regained self-confidence for my final, and I felt ready to do the best I can.
Congratulations to you on taking the C1 Men title and to have shared the podium with your 2 teammates. That must have been very special.
Being on a podium with 2 French was so great to live. We had won the team race just 2 days before, so it was so nice. I must say I wasn't shocked about the triple because we know in French we have an impressive density, especially in C1. So when you are in the French team, in the young team or the senior team, you have the level to do a podium or won the big race. And I think the team runs really confirmed that. So Johan Martin was some big competitor for me, but I also knew that all the competitor who start on the line could do some great things, and particularly Lucas, who had won World Championships, qualis, and semi, so it was a little bit scary. So yeah, I was pretty confident about my level of paddling to do a good result, but we will know doing a great run in final is always harder than doing his run on a less stressful competition.
What does the remainder of the season look like for you?
I'm gonna rest a little for maybe 1 month, doing less boat and more physical activity like running or doing something else. And we have our French championships in Épinal in October, I think. So I'm gonna prepare that. And yeah, I have no more big competitions for the end of the year, I think. So I'm gonna train hard and focus on the next selections to first to qualify in U23 and maybe try to qualify in senior team.
That was Elouan Debliquy, winner of the Under-23 European C1 Men title. He talked to us from Rennes, France. Next, I connected with Karolina Abrahamova, winner of the Junior European Champion in K1 Women. Again, I invited her to introduce herself to us and share her experience of the races.
Hello, my name is Karolina Abrahamova. I'm 16 years old. I compete in the K1 category and I have been doing Canoe slalom for 7 years. I race for Canoe Tatra Klub Liptovský Mikuláš and National Sports Center in Slovak Národné športové centrum, which is an organization that helps me with the money side. My coach is Miroslav Damborský. He has been training me for 3 years. At this European Championship, I finished 7th in the qualification, then 4th in the semi-final, and I won the final. After the qualification, I was very happy with my run, but it was not the best. After the semi-final, I was happy that I made it to the final. But I wasn't as excited as usual because the final never went well for me before this European Championship. In none of my rounds I went at my maximum. I tried to focus more on good technique than on the speed. The final was like a big dream come true. Yeah, and before the run, a snake jumped on my boat and I almost had a heart attack. It was funny, but I was really scared. But I calmed down and started with a very good feeling. During the run, I didn't think about anything. But when I touched the second last gate, I started to paddle my best until the finish.
How did you find the kayak cross?
Cross is not my favorite discipline, but I always do the run with joy. Yeah, and I don't train cross much, but in the future I will add it to my training plan. I think cross is mostly about luck rather than hard work. But it's just my opinion.
Interestingly, at the last European Championships in Solkan, it was a fellow Slovakian teammate, Zuzana Pankova, who won the Junior K1 Women title.
About the year 2021, Zuzka Pankova was gold. Yeah, she's really successful and talented. And that time, Ivana Chlebová was second, and they are both a big inspiration for me. Before this European Championship, I started to run more. I'll try harder in training and almost include cycling in my workout.
What races do you have for the rest of this season?
I still have a few races until the end of the season. The most important will be the Slovak Championship.
That was Karolina Abrahamova, Junior European Champion in K1 Women. She talked to us from home in Liptovský Mikuláš, Slovakia. Finally today, I spoke to Simona, Junior European kayak cross individual time trial winner. Similarly, first I asked her to introduce herself to us.
Hi, my name is Simona. I'm 18 years old. I live in La Seu d'Urgell and I train at the Parc del Segre. I start paddle in the local club that it's called Canoe kayak, and I have been training for 9 years now. This year I finished my final year of high school, so next year I will be starting university. I will stay in La Seu because of my training, and I will be studying a degree in sports science. It is the only degree available to study in person here, but it's also something that I'm genuinely interested in.
Good luck. You had a busy Junior European Championships, racing in K1, C1, teams and kayak cross. Talk us through that.
Talking about the competition in Solkan and all the runs I did, we start with Q1, and in the heats I felt quite good. I was happy with my second place, and later that day we win the silver medal in the team events. and that was very special moment, and I really enjoyed being able to share that with my teammates. Moving on to the semi-final and final, I was quite nervous going into the semi, and I paddled with a lot of tension. That led to a mistake near the end of the run, but luckily it didn't affect me too much, and I still managed to make it through to the final. In the final, I gave it everything I had, and I'm happy with how I paddled. But when I got to the finish line, it was frustrating to see how close I was, and that a single touch kept me out of the podium. Still, I'm really proud because it was my first K1 final, and it was a good fight. Then in C1, I had a solid hit and qualified comfortably with a decent run. That same day, we also raced the team event again with the same group of girls, and we took another silver medal, which made us all really happy. In the C1 semi-final, I was a bit more relaxed compared to Q1. It was a decent clean run, nothing amazing, but it was enough to get me into the final, and I felt a bit less pressure this time. In the C1 final, it was an intense race. The gates were set low, which was the same for everyone, so it wasn't a disadvantage, but it did make the course more technical. I had a solid run, but with 3 touches, so plus 16 penalties. Without one of these touches, I could have been on the podium, but still I finished 5th. And I'm proud of that performance, even if there's still a bit of frustration inside. The last event I competed in was kayak cross. It started with a time trial, where I had beep number 1. It was nervous, but really motivated after the previous days. I managed a solid and far run and finished first, which I was very happy about. But I knew the important part was the head-to-head rounds. Winning the gold in the time trial and standing on the top of the podium was a really cool moment. It gave me a boost of energy and confidence going into the head-to-head rounds. By then, I was already tired from all the races and early mornings. Still, I gave it everything I had. In the round of hits, I chose the center-right lane and won. Later, we realized the left side was more strategic, so I used that from the quarterfinals and semifinals, and I won both runs. In the final, I rolled a bit late in the skimo roll section. In the moment, I didn't realize anything was wrong. I kept leading and crossed the finish line first. But then I saw a review, and a few seconds later it was confirmed that I have a penalty for the skimo. That dropped me to the 4th place, just off the podium, which was hard to accept. Still, one of my teammates moved up and got the runs, so I was happy for her. After taking some time to reflect and speaking with my coaches, I can say I'm proud of my European Championships. I gave my best in every run, and even if small mistakes kept me off the podium, I know I'm improving and moving forward.
How does it feel winning the women's junior kayak cross time trial at both the World and European Championships?
Yes, I'm really happy, especially after winning the same event at the Junior World Championships in Foix just a month earlier. It feels incredible to be able to win it again, knowing how strong the level was and how many talented athletes were there.
Your Spanish team must have been so proud to top the junior medal table.
As for the Spanish team, yes, we are very proud of our results. It's great to be part of such a strong and cohesive group. We have had a great season, both at the Junior Worlds and in the European Championships. These are some of the best results the Spanish team was achieved in junior and under 23 competitions in recent years, and we are all proud of to be part of that success.
That was Simona, junior world and European champion in kayak cross time trial. She spoke to us preparing for the Spanish Championships in Sabero, Lyon, Spain. Thanks to my guests today, Alina Hocevar, Elouan Debliquy, Karolina Abrahamova and Simona. I'm John Gregory. Thanks for listening. If you enjoy the podcast, tell other people, send them a link, like, follow or write a review. If you need more, read Vittoria Valdi's brilliantly insightful and eloquent blog. Our next episodes will bring you results and paddler insights from the remaining 2 World Cup races in Tacen and Augsburg. Stay safe.
That's it for now, but please subscribe to the podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Spotify or YouTube and leave a review too. Until the next episode, keep it fast and clean.